Good morning everyone and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity. I have quite a few things to cover ground with today, so I'm going to get started with the first thing, which you may think is a bit unusual for me to talk about, but it's really important. I don't know about you, but I am somebody who, when I start crafting or creating, the day can just vanish. I mean, I can quite literally sit in my chair in the morning, start to make something, and before I know where I am, I've skipped lunch and it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That would mean that I've been sitting in my chair there for maybe 4 or 5 hours. That is not good. And one of the things that I do for myself, because I know I'm somebody who crafts with time vanishing, is I wear these. So you can all smile. The mail lady smiles when I go out to collect my mail, but these are compression socks. And they are full length compression socks. These, I'm only a short person. These go just below my knee. Probably make you feel seasick moving them around that quickly. Oops, got a bit of fluff on that one. But they really work. They're really comfortable. They're very good for your legs. So they increase blood circulation. They prevent thrombosis. So, you know, maybe not something that everybody talks about when they craft, but if you are like me and time vanishes when you sit down, then please take care of your legs, take care of your health in that way, and get yourself some compression socks. And of course, these are from AliExpress because it's the cheapest place to get them from, and they're like $3 or $4. So make your legs healthy, make your mail lady or your mailman smile, and take care of yourself while you're having fun. Right, now on to cards. Now the first one, I used my usual square. I used a fence die. This one is still available on AliExpress, so I will quickly measure that for you. And it is 3 inches, 2¼ inches. It's a great size fence die, useful for all sorts of things. Now I have a grass die. Not sure if this particular one is still available, but they have many types of grass dies, and I do collect them because they're great for doing garden scenes. And that is 4½ inches by, at its highest point there, 1½ inches. And then I have a collection of lots of little pieces. I've tried to keep as many bits together as possible. So on there we have a nose, a dicky bow, and we have eyes, and we have bits of ears. And on this one we have eyebrows, nose, and a rose. So I just kept those. I didn't snip them apart so that I don't lose them. And then we have the little dog itself. So I'm going to measure that dog. So at its highest point, 3½ inches. At its longest, I'm going to say 3 inches. And it's got lots of lovely detail in it. All of those lines there that will emboss into your paper or your Dollar Tree foam board, if you're using that, are all the areas where you can shade and colour. So they're really easy to use. So this is my first card. And isn't he sweet? Of course, you could change the colour of the bow or put a little flower on there. It can be a girly dog. It can be any colour that you want. Just there, so you can see the detail there that embosses into the die. All of those lines are where you put all your shading and your shadow. You can see them all there like little ziggy-zaggy stripes. I hope the camera's picking that up. So really easy to make and to paper piece those little bits on if you want to. Of course, the image on AliExpress has the dog with the rose in its mouth, but I decided to have him sitting there amongst his little roses instead. So that is my first one. My second one is a little more sober to that one, and it's a package shaker die. But as I said yesterday, you don't have to use shakers as shakers. You can use them as ordinary dies and double their function. So it's a package die, and that is the frame section of the package. If you can see that outline there. And then you get a little kind of silhouette to pop inside the shaker of a little boy with a scarf wrapped around him sitting next to his dog. You get a collection of tiny little stars and hearts that you can dot about in your sky if you're doing the shaker. But you also get the pieces so that you can turn it into just a normal package die like that. So I will measure the length of that bow for you. Of course, this bow, great to use on so many other things. That's 3 1/4 inches long by, whoops, let's get it there, 2 1/4 inches wide. And then you've got the package, which when made up, taking away that gap there, would be a fraction over 2 inches deep and would be 2 1/2 inches wide. And this is what I made. I kept it very, very simple. Used some Christmassy red cardstocks in different colours. My camera's looking very, very blurred there. I used gold foil cardstock, gold glitter cardstock to do the stars and the hearts, just to give it a little bit of bling, because when I'm not using bling I really miss it. And I used a merry die, which I haven't shown you here, but I have shown you several videos ago. But I will put a link to this set. You get Joy and Noel as well. They're really lovely dies and easy to cut. So that is what I did using that die. So it's just very, very simple. And I hope you like that one. And then for my third, I used my stitch square frame, which is down and behind there again. And I used this. This is a lifesaver or a pool float, whichever you want to call it. And it's super cute. Got the light shadow in there so you know where to put your lighter shade. I've got some hair and some eyebrows, and you can actually cut the light shadow and place that on in white if you want to. You've got some little swimming trunks, and you've got some little goggles. Whoops, I dropped the goggles. There they are, that's what I meant to show you. The little goggles, and you can see they've got the light points in them so you know where to put your white dot. And the little chap himself, arms behind his head, relaxing, sunbathing. And those are the little bits that go into his sort of sunglass type goggles. And it's really, really sweet. It just made me laugh when I made it. So here it is. There he is on his shimmering lifesaver, moving around in the Atlantic Ocean, because I used a matte background. This is from a paper pad from Tuesday morning. He's got a little bit of sunburn there coming up, tops of his arms and his cheeks and his ears. And he's got wonderful ginger hair and his eyebrows and his lovely goggles or sunglasses with just the glint of light there as the sun shines down on him. And look, he's even got his little belly button and his swim trunks. So that is what I made with that die, and he just makes me smile. Would make a fabulous get well soon card, you know, something very simple like relax and get well soon. I'm sure that would put a smile on anybody's face. And so that is what I did with that die, and I just think he's super, super cute, and of course could be used in other situations as well. So that is what I made yesterday. I have a huge stack of dies. I'm going to keep clinking them so that you can hear them, and I'm going to be back tomorrow with even more and some more 3D. So you have a fantastic day. As usual, all links and the hot pick. Don't miss that hot pick today. It's a good one. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.